Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Luzier, and we are here to interview Mark Twain. Now, Mr. Twain, when were you born?
I was born November 30th, 1835, in Hannibal, Missouri. I was the fifth child born into my family.
Now, what is your real name?
My real name is Samuel Clemens.
Now, if Samuel Clemens is your real name, why do we know you as Mark Twain, and why did you decide to change your name?
I chose a different name when I started writing. The name Mark Twain comes from the time when I was a captain on a riverboat on the Mississippi River. Mark Twain means 2 fathoms, which is the ideal depth for a boat on the Mississippi River.
Okay, now, why did you decide to write books about 2 boys and their silly adventures?
They were silly adventures, but they were fun. It was about me growing up with 2 friends and the exciting times that we had growing up in Hannibal.
Okay, now why did you decide to write books with different point of views from the main characters of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn?
I think the reason I wrote the different ones, they were friends of mine, but they grew up differently from how I did and my best friend did.
Okay, now out of all the books you've written, what's the most famous book?
Well, I'm probably best known for Tom Sawyer.
Would you like to share with us any other books you've written?
I wrote Huckleberry Finn, which is a story of the trials and tribulations of my best friend. I wrote many, many others, but it would take a long time to mention them for the simple reason they were never as popular as Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Okay, now we have heard that some of your books are going to be rewritten. For example, Huckleberry Finn is going to be rewritten. Why is that so important?
It is important, I think, to bring up to date the language that was used in the book when I first read it. When I first wrote it, the language that I used was the language of that day. That language has become inappropriate as time has gone on and as time will continue to go on. So I think it should be brought up to date, and I sincerely hope that it will be.
Now, besides being an author, did you have any other special hobbies?
I had a hobby that I started in 1905, and it was collecting compliments about me.
Now, what were some of those compliments?
Well, I think the best known one was the Little Mountain Girl compliment.
Well, Mr. Mark Twain, we have learned so much about you, and I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of other people have. And I have enjoyed interviewing you today, and I hope your journey back home is very safe and well.
I'm sure it will be, because I've been able to see all the new things that have come about. And it has been a very enjoyable time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and that concludes tonight's interview with Mr. Mark Twain.